All right, welcome to The Explainer. In this one, we are digging into the claims and the marketing behind ProDentim. It's an oral health supplement that basically wants you to throw out everything you thought you knew about keeping your teeth healthy.
So let's just jump right in with a question that the source material poses, and it's a pretty bold one. What if the very products you're using every single day to clean your teeth are actually part of the problem? It's a huge claim, so let's see exactly how they try to back it up.
So the whole argument really kicks off by identifying what their marketing calls a surprising dental dilemma. To set the stage, the source material uses this really interesting, kind of weird comparison. They say, look at the teeth in ancient fossils. They can last for hundreds, even thousands of years. But our teeth, in our own mouths, they can get wrecked by a piece of chocolate. So they ask, what gives? Why the huge difference?
Well, according to them, the answer is us. It's our modern habits. The claim is that a ton of common dental products, your toothpaste, your mouthwash, are loaded with what they call toxic ingredients. And they argue that these ingredients are basically carpet bombing your mouth's natural ecosystem, its microbiome.
Okay, so if our daily routine is the villain in the story, what's the solution? This is where their marketing shifts into something they call the good bacteria theory.
Now, this whole theory, as they present it, is pinned on one specific piece of research. They point to a study from May 2022 in a Springer Nature publication, which they say found a really key difference in people with great teeth. Their mouths are just teeming with good bacteria. This becomes like the central pillar for everything that follows.
And this slide, this right here, really lays out the massive shift in thinking that they're proposing. For decades, we've all been taught that good oral hygiene is a war against bad bacteria. You got to kill them all. But this premise flips that completely on its head. They argue the secret isn't about destruction, it's about repopulation, building an army of good guys in your mouth.
So, once they've set up the problem and laid out their good bacteria theory, the story naturally leads to their solution, which is, of course, the product itself, ProDentim. So, what is this stuff? According to the source, ProDentim is totally unique, the only product in the world with this special blend specifically created to, you guessed it, repopulate your mouth with good bacteria. And to really make you pay attention, they hit you with this giant number. 3.5 billion strains. That's how many probiotic strains they claim are packed into every single tablet. And the way you take it is different too. It's not a paste, it's not a rinse. ProDentim is actually a dissolvable candy or a chewable tablet. The idea is you just pop one in your mouth every morning to support your teeth and gums.
Okay, so a chewable candy with 3.5 billion probiotics. It's a pretty interesting concept. But what are you actually putting in your mouth? Let's take a closer look inside the formula.
So if you break it down, the core of the formula is built on 3 specific probiotic strains. They claim Lactobacillus Paracasei for gum health, B.lactis BL-04 helps balance your mouth bacteria, and Lactobacillus Reuteri is in there to help with inflammation and just promote a healthy mouth environment. But that's not all. The other half of the formula is what they call a proprietary blend of 4 plants and minerals. On top of the probiotics, they list inulin, which supports the good bacteria, malic acid for teeth whitening, tricalcium phosphate for general tooth health, and peppermint, which they say acts as a natural anti-inflammatory. So that's the product and the formula they're putting forward. From this point, the source material really shifts gears into how it's sold. Which brings us to the ProDentim offer. A big part of their strategy, you'll see, is building trust through customer testimonials. For instance, they feature this quote from someone named Sam Perkin in Dallas who says, "Now, for the first time in decades, my teeth feel amazing." Then there's this next one from Portia Thompson in Florida. And this one adds another interesting layer because she brings in a professional. She says, "I'm so glad my dentist recommended it to me." And this last one we'll look at from Theo Franklin in Chicago really zeroes in on the emotional side of things, that feeling of relief. He says, "My gums have never looked better. It feels so good to not have to worry about my teeth." Beyond the testimonials, their marketing really pushes customers toward one specific deal. It's their best value offer, and as you can see, it's pretty straightforward. You order 6 bottles, and they throw in free bonus guides and free shipping. Now, buying 6 bottles of anything can feel like a big risk, right? So to make people feel more comfortable, they offer a guarantee. And the key number to remember is 60.
That 60 stands for a 60-day, 100% satisfaction money-back guarantee. The promise is super simple. If you're not happy with it for any reason at all within those first 2 months, they say you can get a full refund.
So, after walking through the whole thing, the problem, the theory, the product, and the pitch, the entire argument presented in the source material really boils down to this one final, thought-provoking question. It asks all of us to reconsider what we believe about dental care. What if the real key to oral health isn't about fighting the bad bacteria, but about feeding the good?